All right, so here's what we're working with. Genuine James gaskets. This should have everything I need minus one part, which I'm hoping as long as it's not ripped or anything, it should be fine. But this is gonna have the bulk of everything we're gonna need for this rebuild. So we've got gaskets, seals, O-rings, everything that we're gonna need for this. So I don't know exactly what everything is and where it goes, but probably gonna watch some videos on YouTube, follow along, take this apart, just kind of learn about it, clean up our jets, see if anything needs some special attention, but without really having ever done this kind of carburetor, you know, I'll probably just do my due diligence and follow along with some videos as I'm going along, just so I don't do anything wrong, and I don't fuck anything up, because so far this build has gone fairly smooth and I'd like it to continue going that way. So this was the one part I was worried about, that was going to be ripped, because this doesn't come in the rebuild kit, but it looks good. It's just really dirty where it seats right here, and as you can tell, it's just filled up with all sorts of crusty bungus. So shout out Barnes Brothers. And so anyways, not a big deal. Everything looks fine, doesn't look like there's any excessive wear, and keep going. So it's definitely got some crusty bungus in there for sure. Not terrible, but definitely needs a cleaning. I mean, these are pretty caked on. Yeah, that's really caked on. So definitely good we're taking this apart, because this definitely could have been our issue. Looking in here, I think this one is our main jet, and it's clear all the way through, but it's definitely pretty crusty. Yeah, there's just a lot of crud in here. So let's keep moving on. Alright, so we got our nice little concoction of gasoline and brake cleaner in here. So we've got the fuel bowl sitting in there. We're going to be using, among other things, I've got a metal razor, a plastic, some things that might help me poke into the tiny holes. I will say, if you are going to be using a metal razor, just be careful, because if you mar up that mating surface, you're not going to have a good time. So you could possibly end up with leaks, and then you've just got to replace the whole thing. So just be really careful if you're going to use it. I don't know what I'm doing, but the Smart Thing bin would have probably called J&P Cycles, told them what I have, what I need. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. We'll figure it out. Alright, so as I'm letting that soak for a little bit, so this is goes onto the intake manifold. This is just me being scatterbrained, ADHD like I am. So this is a new, I don't know what it's called, but this goes on an intake manifold. I'm thinking, the other day, I sold some parts to this son and this dad who own a shop up in Bowie, Texas. And they said that a good thing for me to do would be to take the intake manifold off and replace the seals that where the intake manifold connects to the heads. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. And they're just giving me a lot of tips and things to do to the engine while I have it out, and just make it a lot easier. And I think, now that I'm looking, that these are probably those two gaskets. So without knowing it, I ordered new gaskets, which I think are for the intake manifolds to the heads. A lot of you guys might be watching this, or maybe it's, no, it's not those. That's for the carb. A lot of you might be watching this going, no, you idiot. That's absolutely not what they're for. I think this is what they're for, because there's two of them. So, let's hope so. I was out flushing out this with brake clean, and that's why they say to wear eye protection. But, you know, I'm stubborn, so now my eye's burning. But we're not. Well, it's not getting better, I can tell you that. If you don't have brake clean in your eye, I highly recommend not doing it. So, bowl's clean. Ready for our new seal. Ready for a new seal down here. I'll work on this small piece over here that goes right here. So there's two little O-rings or gaskets that aren't even whatever, and this is what sits in there. And we have new parts for that, so we're gonna clean this up real quick. Take these out. Make sure I scratch it. Perfect. Fits just right. Yeah, great. Do it without looking. Alright, that's crusty bungus. Alright. Look at that, huh? How's that look? Alright, that's it. We have completely rebuilt our carburetor, the gasket, seals, whatever you want to call it. We cleaned it, we flushed it, used the air compressor, blew all the holes out, cleaned the jets. So this thing is good to go. It's probably gonna need, I'm gonna have to do some research on how to tune these carburetors. I would definitely think that this thing needs a little bit of tuning after so long. Also, I've got to figure out this, actually I might have been doing it wrong. This choke does not like to stay out. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Right now it's actually doing a pretty decent job. Up like that. It's just so inconsistent. So you gotta take a win whenever you get a win. So we have our intake manifold off, and here's one of our old gaskets. I've got a new one in. So we can see one side looks pretty good, and then right about this half is really smashed down. There's some pinch marks in there. It's super uneven. So now we got the new one in. It looks nice. It's easy enough. All right, so we have 2 new gaskets on our intake manifold. Went on smoothly. A new, whatever the hell this piece is called. Oops. So we film right. Got a new one of these, so we're gonna slap that on. And that's it for right now. So carburetor is rebuilt. Gonna do some tuning when I get it back on, but oh, that's why. All right, does anyone see what I see? God damn it! No, not if I did. Four bolts. That's supposed to go inside the carburetor. I was wondering why this was just nothing. So, hey, we're learning, right? We're learning. All right, we're gonna put that back in, and then we're done with the carburetor.